Hi, this is Lee from Gossip Meets Couture, and we have Vicki from the Real Housewives of Orange County on the line.
First thing we wanted to ask you is, do you like one thing we've always wondered? Do you watch the other Real Housewives, like from other cities?
Do I watch them?
Yeah, the other
Not
one.
often. Not often. I'm not a big TV watcher, so it's difficult for me to really even watch my own show. So to watch the other franchises, I just really don't have the time.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So I don't. I'm not a big TV watcher. I'm lucky if I can get the news on the week, and that's it. So
Okay, and
something I don't focus on.
okay, and a lot of people have mixed feelings on. How would you feel if one of your children signed on for their own reality show? Would you approve of that?
You know what? Michael and Bree are 24 and 25. Whatever they choose to do, I know they're going to make good choices. So if they wanted to do their own reality show, I would support them because they're good people and they could hire other people who also have a goal and have a career and everything that they do. So I would not be happy if they did something that was not correct, but my kids would do that. So I just support my kids. They always make good decisions, so I don't think it would be any different if they chose to do their own reality show.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that. We all know you're very dedicated to your job. Do you find it hard to balance your career and your personal life?
Well, I definitely have a hard time balancing it all, but you know what I think when I'm at work, I'm at work, and when I'm on my personal life, which is socializing with my friends and family members and people that are important in my life, I do that. I try to keep my work at work. It's difficult though. I don't have a lot of free time, but when I do, I make sure that I surround myself with people that I love and that inspire me and make me happy.
Okay, that's great. And also, I know, like, because you've created your own empire with your insurance company, how important do you think it is, basically, like, earning your own success, like working up and to where you are today?
Well, I believe that all women should have something that they're passionate about because death can happen, divorce can happen. Maybe there's things over your life. You've got to be able to support yourself. I'm not one that's ever been dependent on anybody else. So I don't know any different. To be around some women that are so or supported by their husband, they're paying for it somehow. You know what I mean? So I truly believe that all women should have something that they can call their own, they can do, they can be proud of. And I wrote a book called For the Housewives because it touches on all of those aspects about finding their passion, finding their drive, doing something that they call their own. And I think that's more enticing for their main than most men, if we're talking about women, most men want to have their wife be involved in something. So it's attractive.
Right, definitely. Your husband, I mean, how did you feel about making that such a public thing about your separation from your husband?
Well, I didn't really want to show on the air last year or even still be filing for divorce and telling Sam. The problem is the crew for his production company was catching on that there was something going astray with us. So in all the footage of John and I just got connected and they came into my office today and said, we gotta know what's going on. I really tried to keep it private, but unfortunately, filming a reality show, they grabbed that reality. And I didn't want anyone to know. I'm really a private person in that regard. But unfortunately, I couldn't hold it back anymore. So there's a lot of things that have occurred with that guy that I haven't shared, and I won't. Out of respect for our marriage, we don't need to air all our laundry out to everybody. So we're very private in that regard. We try to keep it between us.
Right.
Unfortunately, the media like drama.
Now, I mean, you mentioned that you're such a very private person. What made you decide to actually go onto the reality show?
Well, when I got picked to be on this reality show, the reality TV was just becoming popular. Patrick Buckley was out, right, for the straight guy. My son had actually written a letter into the producer at the time, and the creator, Scott Dunlap, and they were going to be casting kids in our area about living
Mm-hmm.
And they came over and interviewed me and checked out my house, and we really liked your story. You're a working mom, you're involved with your kids, you have good kids, you go to private schools.
Mm-hmm.
We think we're going to shift this and make it more about you, and then we're going to find 5 other women or 4 other women and see how you all interact, see what happens. So they just actually filmed a pilot. We had no idea it was going to be a phenomenon that did. So 6 years later, you know all the cities that we're in now, and
Right.
this was something that was not thought about. I never thought it would become this popular, ever. I thought, why would anybody watch my life? You know,
Yeah.
to me it was boring, but to other people it's not boring. So.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not at all.
Also, I know, like you mentioned, some of the negatives of being on a reality show as far as putting things out there. What do you feel are some of the pros, like as far as the pros and cons of the pros of being on a reality show?
Well, the pros and the opportunities. I mean, I've had really opportunities to be on every major talk show, really inspiring women to really do something with their life. Everybody's got a purpose, and I think that's what my message is for me is do something. I don't care if you sell shirts or sell shoes, or do something, you know, that you really love and are passionate about. So the pros are experiences. I think, you know, being on the Today Show, being on Jay Leno, the exposure of my practice. We've grown immensely from the exposure. So, you know, there's a lot of pros, and you know what, there's a lot of cons.
Right.
The stress, the anxiety, they try to keep yourself up as best as you can and being on TV. The cons is media, the press wanting to know everything about my life on camera. Where I'll know what I'll air on camera, it's the off camera stuff that, and the other day I was shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond and I had a pearl ring on my left finger. TMZ called me and wanted to know if I was engaged. Like, are you serious? So somebody called the media and they saw me out at a bath store and thought I was engaged. It's like, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you never know who's looking at you and watching you. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I could imagine
I
that.
don't like that. I don't like that. I want to be out, whether it's in public or in private, and not to worry about people touching me or looking at me.
But I know because you've been on the show like a long time right now. I mean, at the beginning, was it kind of exciting to be recognized and more exciting than it is? Yeah.
Absolutely. It was fun because people would be like, oh my God, I love you, and they still say that, but there's times, like I was at the Angels game the other night and I couldn't even watch the game because people were actually sitting in front of me, behind me, tapping my shoulder and wanting to take pictures. It's like, if you're my girlfriend, I want to watch the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, people get so ballsy. They just really, they don't care what you're doing. They'll interrupt you. I mean, I would break the conversation. They just interrupt you. So that I don't like. I feel bad for the people that I'm with because they don't want to be around all that. You know, they want to be with Vicki.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. But back to the show. Do you like what can we expect to see from you next season on the Real Housewives of Orange County?
Well, you know what? Season 7 has been, the options have been given out. I have not come to terms with Bravo yet, so we're still starting to negotiate. Filming would start at the end of August.
Okay.
My reality is my house is for sale. My business is growing. I'm very close to my sports team final. So there's a lot of changes in my life right now, and the viewers are going to want to know. I don't know if I want to air it, you know?
Right.
So it's a challenge for me. At the end of the day, I'm an insurance and financial services advisor. I know I'm a reality TV star as well, but that's second to what I do. My insurance is my passion.
Right.
And that's what I want to be known for, you know?
Exactly. So that's basically it, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to do this interview.